Perfume didn't start in Italy or France. In fact, it started in Egypt. Here's the full story. So, in 3000 to 1000 BC, around the time that the pyramids were being built, Egyptians started using aromatic resins, oils, and incense for ceremonial and religious purposes. They thought perfumery was part of the divine. Basically, they thought it brought them closer to God. They made one of the first famous perfumes called Kifi. It's got honey, wine, raisins, other resins, all sorts like that. And Egypt's climate made perfume really easy to preserve, so perfumery flourished. And then in the Babylon Empire, or just Iraq, in 1200 BC, the first recorded perfumer arose. She was called Taputi Belitakalim. She basically documented early distillation and solvent extraction methods. This basically made perfumery a scientific process, and it transferred from Iraq to Egypt due to trading oils. And then again from trading in about 800 to 146 BC, in Greece this time, perfume was made into an art form. They actually learned perfumery from Egyptian perfumers. They started using perfume in daily life after exercise, bathing, or in rituals. And Greece obviously traded along the Mediterranean, which expanded perfume. Now into Rome from 146 BC to 476 AD. After Romans conquered Greece in 146 BC, they quite literally absorbed the Greek culture. Food, art, perfume, anything like that, religion. And because of this, the Romans started to use perfume pretty much everywhere. They started putting it on their bodies, on their clothes, in their homes. They even put it on their pets and in public fountains. And they imported the oils from the Middle East or Saudi Arabia, India, and Africa. And under Emperor Nero in the 1st century, perfume became luxurious. So after coming from the Middle East to Greece, Rome conquered Greece and then spread perfume everywhere basically. Then from 800 to 1300 AD was the Islamic Golden Age. And in this time, Persian scientists pretty much perfected steam distillation and all them sort of extraction methods. So Arabic perfumers started making perfume with musk, amber, oud, sandalwood, flowers, stuff like that. Perfume for a while was very central in Islamic culture, both religiously and artistically. And then going back to Italy, an Italian noblewoman married a French king and she had her own personal perfumer. So that personal perfumer went to the French king. The French king started basically getting involved in perfumery. This was around the 1500s to even the 1800s. So in Grasse in France, glove makers started putting perfume onto leather gloves to mask the bad smell. And then Grasse evolved suddenly into the perfume capital of the world, basically because they had so much flowers and raw materials there. And then perfume became a high part of fashion in France. People like Louis XIV and Marie Antoinette were obsessed with perfume. By the late 1700s, perfume began symbolising luxury, beauty and identity. And then it became modern perfumery from the 1800s to now. The 19th century introduced synthetic chemicals like vanillin. This gave rise to modern fragrance houses like Guerlain in 1828 or Chanel in 1921, and later brands like Dior and YSL. And by that point, perfume was mass produced and an art style. And now we just like perfume because it smells good. That video took a whole 4 hours to edit. Let me know if you want any more history stuff.